Thanks everyone for coming. My name is Jeff Cook. I'm the CEO of Cook Properties. As Chris mentioned, this is the second time that we've hosted this event in this building. Last time we were on the other end of the building. And one of the things that I wanted to touch on is in life and in business, we really have to be adaptable. So originally we bought this building about 4 years ago, and it was going to be our sales center and our model showroom and our warehouse space for doing manufactured housing on scattered site developments. That didn't work out. So we stopped doing that. We're still in manufactured housing, obviously, but we stopped doing the scattered site development. So then I was like, well, what am I gonna do now? I bought this building, it's vacant, it was only a shell. So we tried to figure out what else we were gonna do. And I don't see John Antetomaso, I didn't see him here, but he worked tirelessly for like 2 years trying to bring us a couple of deals. So I was like, well, maybe we turn it into storage. So we started looking at that. We went ahead and we got all of our approvals for storage. We were going to do climate controlled storage. We were going to have, I don't know, 150 units in here. And then we were going to do another 25,000 square feet of outdoor drive up outdoor storage in the parking lot over here. And then RG&E contacted us right next door. We want to buy it. Like, all right, so we did a deal with them. We had a lease with an option that was executable. Pencils down, crickets, nothing. They fell apart. For some reason, they changed their mind. We go another year. Again, we're starting to get ready to do storage. They come back to us again. Now we just want to lease it. We're like, okay, well, we need something. So they gave us a little bit of money to talk to them and negotiate. Same thing. We go through the whole process, executable lease, pencils down, crickets again. So I think one thing that we all know here in this room is that a deal doesn't close until it closes. And, we cross our fingers, but we never know it's going to close until it actually closes. So nonetheless, that fell apart. So now we're doing contractor storage here. We have 13 bays. Each bay is approximately just under 2,000 square feet. We're asking $2,200 per month, plus utilities. As you can see, we have 2 doors. This is more of a non-functional door, more just for airflow. Again, we didn't build this building. We only did the inside. Some very weird things such as that, because as you can see, there's only about 8 or 9 feet of drivable space. So we got a functional overhead door on the side, or on this side, a man door. We have 1 gas heater, and a half a bath. We can build out additional amenities inside if someone wants an office or whatever. We're happy to talk about that. But as I was telling Joe Rowley earlier, we love to pay commission. So please bring anyone that you think might be interested in this space, and we'd be happy to cooperate. I also want to, before I go any further, I want to thank NYSCAR for allowing us to host this event. We really do appreciate it. I also want to thank Jen, Nicole, and HR Lindsay from our office for taking care of all this. It's so great. We have so many people on our team that I can just ask them to do things, and it gets done, and it gets done with excellence. And I don't have to worry about it. It's a very comforting and allows me a lot of confidence to do the stuff that I want to do to bring our company forward. Of course, the wonderful food here that Loving Cup provided. Rick Carley and Clay Carpenter are here, so thank you very much for the food. Loving Cup is one of our favorite restaurants, just across the river in the railroad tracks, right there at Park Point in front of RIT. All the chairs and the tables. We were thinking about having a tent, and then we changed our mind. This actually worked out perfectly. It's great weather. Rain and Shine tent rental, actually out of my hometown, well, where I live now, Honey Lake Falls. They're great, very, very reasonable pricing. We used them for my son's graduation last year, and they did a great job. And then finally, Capstone General Contractors, Don Lasher, who is doing the build out for us. Just to kind of go off of what I was saying about having the confidence in my team. Over the past few years, as we stopped doing the scattered site manufactured housing developments, we focused more towards subdivisions for manufactured housing developments. So I just want to talk about that just for a minute. As many of you know, I can't go more than a few minutes without talking about manufactured housing. So I apologize for those who have already heard all this before. So this is secondary. Our biggest thing is manufactured housing. We love manufactured housing. We love affordable housing. That's what we do. We feel a strong sense of community to help people afford housing. For our new subdivisions, we can be at a price point that's approximately $100,000 to $150,000 less than any site built house. So we can be anywhere from 200 to the low 300s. We're working on and even lower. It depends on the location. For example, we have a development that's going to be starting probably either September or October in Geneva, and that's 150 sites on Carter Road, just north of the city. And there we're going to be $175,000 to $200,000. And these are 1,500 square foot homes, 3 to 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths they're great homes. And again, they allow first time home buyers to get a home and to have a piece of the American dream. The other thing that we're doing that's is very exciting, we just started this, is it's what we call urban infill. As many of you might have seen, there was a request for a proposal from the city of Rochester to place manufactured housing on vacant urban city lots. So they had 3 sets of lots, a total of 9 lots that we submitted a proposal for. So we're waiting to hear on that. But again, it's another opportunity for us to bring a level of affordability, unsubsidized. No subsidies whatsoever. It's all at our risk. But bring a level of affordability to residents of the city that their rent is the same amount that they would pay for a mortgage. So it allows them to build some equity. It allows them to have their own home. It allows them to, again, have a small piece, their small piece of the American dream. So we're really excited about that. We hope that we get awarded all the lots. We'll see. But it's something we want to continue to do up and down the thruway in all the major cities. City of Rochester has like 4,000 vacant lots. So I'm sure Albany, Buffalo, and Syracuse also have a similar number. So we're excited to get involved in that. Lastly, I have to do a shameless plug a very proud plug for my son Ben Cook. There is some cards on the tables. My son is a 20-year-old that puts me to shame as far as the amount of work that he does and how hard he works. He has his own tree service business and small site contracting business. He started that about 3 years ago. He started it before he was able to own a business, so we actually had to set up a trust where I owned it, and then he was a member. But he is hands down, he's the best tree guy in the Rochester area. Fully insured, workers' comp liability. Does a great job, very meticulous. He has. If anyone's gone on Google, you can see we have some challenged tenants who like to challenge us, and sometimes, as we all know, leave some scathing reviews that aren't entirely true. So Ben likes to rib me because he has 105 5-star reviews. And so so of course we were Cook Properties first, and then he picked Cook Outdoor Contracting. And then when I told him that this building, by the way, is going to be called Cook Contractor Storage, he's like, "Dad, what the hell? You're trying to suck off of my good reviews and stuff." And I'm like, I go, "Hey, I was here first. This is my name." So, but if anyone needs any tree work, please give them a call. And lastly, I want to introduce Bridget Martin. She comes from the Child Advocacy Center, which formerly was called Bavona. Child Advocacy Center is a nonprofit organization that helps to treat and prevent childhood sexual abuse. I've been a supporter of them for several years now. I serve on the board of the directors very, very proudly, and we're very, very happy to help that organization. The one thing I'll say is if you're up to it, they certainly would love more support. I would strongly encourage a tour of their facility right down the street here on One Mountain Hope. I got a tour probably, I don't know, maybe three years or so ago. And prior to then, I was just a financial supporter. And to be honest, I didn't want to go. Me and my wife, we didn't want to go. I was nervous. I really didn't want to see it because, we see, what we see on the news and stuff like that. And I was Bridget, small, medium supporter at the time. But once we got a tour and we saw the exam rooms of where the young people are going in to get their exams after these, horrific events occur. It made it very, very real, very, very real for me. And I became a much bigger supporter. So I encourage anyone to please contact Bridget for a tour. It's an organization that we say should not exist, but we know that it always will. So they certainly need our support. Again, thank you everyone for coming. If there's any questions later, please reach out to me or anyone from our team here. So thank you.
Spend less. Live more. Cook Properties.